Welcome to the Op Topic Podcast, episode 123. I'm Koba the Gorilla.
And I'm H.
And we are back, guys. It's been
3 weeks.
3 weeks, 3 episodes that we are behind. We actually recorded a ghost episode a couple weeks back, right? You want to tell them about that?
Oh, we did actually. So we had for some of you guys or most of you guys that know OG listeners, we had Cerebro back.
Mm-hmm.
He had come back as a return, as a surprise.
Yeah.
Help us fix our new equipment that we have.
Yeah.
So that was mainly the main reason why we had taken a couple weeks out, just to readjust me and Koba with some new equipment, and then we got in a fight.
Yep. So I come home and Henry's just sleeping with my wife. And it wasn't fucking cool. I'm just kidding. So basically, I wish it was a cool reason like that. Nah. So basically, it's like what he said. We were just waiting on new equipment, right?
Yeah.
It kind of sucked spending that money.
I know.
But now that we're fucking around with it and we're having fun with it, and we have a lot more space on our fucking table than we normally did.
And less cables.
It's fucking awesome. Because remember, that was one of the first things when we started is you were always like, wait, how come we have like a lot of cables? And you were like, how come, a stupid question, right? Because he's a fucking star and we're not yet. You'd be like, how come Adam 22 has like no cables?
Yeah, like the fuck.
Yeah, I know. And then we're just like fucking, red and black and black.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fucking insane.
And not only that, but it was also the system itself.
Yeah.
Like it would just like go back to like its
whatever it wanted to do.
Its own settings, you know?
Yeah. So to bore you guys with the facts, basically, we would have it connected. And then halfway through the episode, something would happen. And then I would sound like this. And then Henry would sound like this. And it'd just be like, and then the other day, right, I went to work. And then like, oh, yeah, you went to work. And then it was like, what the fuck? Like, and it would happen in the middle of an episode. And we started, it happened, I think, in the last 2. So,
yeah, so
it did happen in the last 2. I know we don't really like, I don't give a fuck in the sense that I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened, you know, like shit happens. But it did happen, and after a while we were like, okay, like this is happening too much.
It can't happen.
It can't happen again. God forbid with a fucking guest.
I know that's when we had the couple guests that we've had, we would always like hope that nothing like that would happen.
And it didn't, except for the Temo when we had Temo on the first time.
Yeah, we had actually talked to the Mac.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's the homie.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
He understood.
But like, God forbid, like Brendan Schaub is here, and I don't know how to connect something. Dude. I know, but that's basically what it was. For you tech nerds out there, we bought a Rodecaster Pro 2. It was pretty expensive, but
they just started saying, "You guys got the cheapest one."
Yeah, no, because I will say this about Cerebro.
He's honest with his opinions.
He knows his shit.
He does.
And just to let you guys know, to clarify a little off-topic drama, we never had a beef with him. It was just more like he wasn't able to show up because he was busy or he had life.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where, okay, well, we're not gonna wait for him to always be here.
Correct.
Which is fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't give a fuck. Like the other day, he came over, we're smoking joints, drinking beers, and it was fine. You know,
Yeah.
we never had a problem with him.
Nah, never.
And I'm complimenting him now that like I fucking put him up against any fucking tech nerd. He's so fucking good. Like he's really good. He knows his shit, and that's part of the reason why we bought this system, because it was just highly recommended by him. And we fucking trusted 100%. The other one was more for like music.
Oh, okay, the one I showed you?
No, the one we had before.
Oh yeah, the one we had.
The one we had before was more for music, and we're using Audacity 2.0 right now.
But we used that one only because I don't even know if you guys care about this, but
nah, it's fun. It's an origin story.
So we had the other one at that time because obviously only 2 years ago, podcast was growing, but it wasn't like a big it wasn't not affordable, but it wasn't.
It was a little more expensive if you wanted to get good shit.
Correct.
Yeah, and
it wasn't like a fucking not like a little like a camera, I guess, or
yeah, it was like a hobby,
Yeah.
Not for us, but obviously we make more money now than we did 3 years ago.
Correct.
2 years ago, thank fucking God. And then these were supposed to be like in the thousands,
30,000.
and like in like the thousands back then. And now it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna say how much we paid for it, but
We got a good
definitely
deal.
was more affordable. It was a good deal, so we're fucking pumped. We got it in, and then wanted to make sure it was a smooth ride, and then we did a ghost episode, which we will release. We'll give them a bonus episode,
Yeah, we
probably.
will. I had Mr. Vance actually asked me about the episode. I told him we
Yeah?
had recorded it.
Hello, Vance.
Hello, Vance. We'll see you soon.
How's the audio, sir? Let us know. I always love the constructive criticism, you know?
Can't
from
wait
anyone.
Can't wait to smoke a cigar with him at the casino.
I know, dude. I'm pumped. We're going to Vegas next month.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, we're back. That was kind of just the update. Nothing bad happened. We're back. And yeah, we are going to Vegas. Are you fucking excited, dog?
yeah. I'm excited. Haven't gone to Vegas in 10 years.
Yeah, so
Exactly 10.
So I was just gonna go with Diana, right? And then she invited her sister, which is fine. But then I was like, okay, 3 people, that's like a little weird. So I was like, all right, well then if you invited your sister, I'll invite HT. And she was like, yeah, fuck it, invite him. And she got us an Airbnb. So I was like, fuck yeah. So now I am excited, and I don't even want to go to that festival anymore.
Who is it again?
It's System of a Down, Slipknot, Bring Me the Horizon, and like 50 other bands. And it's like, when I say 50 bands, I don't mean like 10, a lot of bands. I mean like 50 bands. Way too many. I'm kind of hoping I can like convince Diana to just like, you guys go and I'll stay with H, you know, for this day. I kind of don't want to do that.
Is it only like a 1-day festival thing?
No, it's a 1-day fest. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's only 1 day.
Damn, what time do they start playing?
Well, I'm not going to fucking go to the beginning. I'm fucking, even if I'm all the way in the back, like, I'm going to go see Slipknot and System of a Down. And I don't even care if I see Bring Me the Horizon or not. I've seen them like 5 times already.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm just going to go. But yeah, we're going because we did say we're doing more trips now. And we are.
We are.
Because my boy is a free agent now. Not to get lost in the details, but basically we were talking about change coming, and part of it was just to schedule, and yeah, HT's taking another pursuing another career, so it'll open our schedule pretty fucking sick.
I'm taking another route at the moment, so I'll be free for a bit, and then I'll be starting my new journey.
100%.
At my new football club. But yeah, I mean, there's just some moments I think they were just like, I think it was time to make them already.
Yeah, and you're not mad at anyone or nothing like that. Yeah.
Nothing, no beef with nobody. It's just more like, for me, myself, and due to the podcast and scheduling reasons, stuff like that. I gotta focus more on this. Like, I can't be saying I'm all into one thing and then trying to focus more on the other. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
I can't lie to myself.
Definitely, and I think that just goes to show with. I mean, not to put ourselves over, but like, you didn't need me to tell you that. Even though obviously it was something I always thought. Where I'm like, fuck. Like, all right, how's this gonna work around this? And this guy's schedule and the unpredictability of it.
Correct.
But yeah, because you knew it, and you would always tell me like, I think about this shit every day. Like, trust me. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm sure you do. So, and I remember it got to the point where the San Dimas screw job, right? Where we thought something was gonna happen, and it didn't happen.
Yeah,
it didn't happen, and then I was kind of like fucking kind of over it, in the sense, over it not as in I'm gonna stop doing the podcast, just over it as in like
in control.
All right, like, are we fucking gonna do something or what? Or like, are we gonna change something? Or even though you were trying, and then I remember you told me like, oh well, you could just fucking do it yourself if you want. Like, I don't want you to feel forced.
And we weren't arguing at that.
We were not arguing. We were on the phone talking normally. But then I was like, nah, dude, like, I'm not gonna do it without you. Because I'm not. Like, that's fucking, unless you're like on vacation or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically, that was part of it too, where we're like, all right, we need to figure out this schedule situation. And now we figured it out. So
yeah,
you're gonna get more content consistently. Either way, dude, most of your podcasts take fucking breaks every fucking month. So
yeah,
like 3 weeks is not
going
bad.
Going to Big Bear and shit. The fuck.
Yeah, like, oh, not recording. I'm in San Diego right now.
Like laughing at your audience. Like, tell us what to do here.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, like give him an episode.
Yeah, give him an episode. Give him something, dude.
Or have a good reason, like your dog better die.
Yeah.
Just like my poor puppy died past weekend. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Stubby. Big Stubby. Fun fact, guys, Stubby and his mom Amber bit me in the ass multiple times. And when I say bit me in the ass, I don't, and this is the thing, right? Okay, so when you're being attacked by two dogs, and it's two dogs that, they're not dogs from the street, they're dogs that somebody owns. And not just dogs that somebody owns, but dogs that your best friend owns, right? That you assume he has the mental fortitude to be like, hey, don't bite people in the ass. And then I'm just waiting for him to swat these animals biting me in the ass. And he's not. And he's just like, we're watching me get bit. And I'm like,
they're biting you.
And I'm like, do I just walk in? Like, do I just keep walking? And I showed you this, no homo. I took pictures of my fucking ass cheek, and I was like, look, I have bite marks. Like, I got bit in the ass, like, legitimately. So, you know what, Stubby? I'll forgive you, and I'll see you in heaven, and you can bite me in the ass.
He's probably biting Jesus in the ass. Right?
But did you expect? I know you weren't on the floor fucking crying, but you were a little shocked how a little bummed out you are. Were you worried about it? Were you a little shocked of how bummed you were out?
I've always been bummed when my dog passed away.
Yeah.
Or like even when my hamster passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get bummed like a little bit, like I get bummed, but I don't let it like ruin my day either. Like fuck it, like animals have to move on, you know, like I've always understood that they're here for a short bit of time.
You kind of have like the most retarded lineups of pets, right? You have turtles, hamsters,
birds,
and then you're getting another turtle with like a yellow fungus on its head.
No, he's sick right now, but he's getting better already. He's a yellow-eared slider. Yeah, yellow-eared slider.
Yellow what?
Yellow-eared slider turtle.
I thought you said he's a yellow slut.
No,
I was like, what the fuck?
The only animal pets
just a slutty Asian girl. It's not even a turtle. It's just a slutty Asian girl.
The only pets I never like gave a fuck when they died were my goldfish.
Oh, you don't care about your goldfish?
They always died.
They do drop like flies, bro.
Yeah.
Fish die like high schoolers on fentanyl. Like they'll just like die one day.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Although we had them for like a good 6 years, actually 6-7 years.
Have you ever seen those dear fentanyl videos on Instagram? So like there'll be like a video that like, let's say this 16-year-old kid died from fentanyl, right? Because he did some cocaine that had fentanyl in it. And then like a family member made a video of this kid, like she had just graduated high school, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like, dear fentanyl, thanks to you, I'll be 16 forever. And then it was like, rest in peace. Like she died, right? And then the top comment on Instagram, because people are savage, motherfucker, fentanyl ain't watching this shit right now. Because it's like the video is dedicated to fentanyl. And it's like, dear fentanyl.
And who the fuck is
It's fucking insane, dude.
That's fucking funny.
You know, that was a trip when we had Zach Van Dyke out on, shout out to Zach. That was a great episode, by the way. That was when we really showed our interviewing skills.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and listen to that. It's pretty fucking sick.
Episode 76, I think.
I believe so. No. Past 100. It doesn't matter. But yeah, because he was talking about, right. and I'm not saying anything he hasn't said. So he was talking about when he was addicted to fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote that song Dinero about it. And then and he sent us a picture on Instagram that he tagged us in while he was in the booth. He was on fentanyl. And he just looked like so skinny and so like high. And obviously I think he's sober 2 years now, which is good for him. Mm-hmm. I'm happy for him. So shout out to him for that. But I'm just saying, like, it's insane that like people get addicted to like fentanyl, you know? Like I've heard, I'm addicted to cocaine, I'm addicted to meth. Like I've heard that, and I can kind of find logic in that.
What's different, fentanyl from cocaine and all that?
Fentanyl is this shit where you'll see the videos of people just like this, standing, paralyzed. That's what that does to you.
Oh, shit.
It's like it's like an opiate.
Fuck.
You can smoke it, you can do anything with it. And it's fucking crazy because it's like, okay, like you do coke, you party, you drink, and you fuck girls. Like I can see the logic in wanting to do cocaine, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You do heroin, you're high as fuck for fucking hours. I get it. Like, okay, I get it. Why people like heroin. You're playing guitar, writing music, doing heroin. I get it. But like, the fentanyl thing is like the fact that you're just like a slave to it, and like it's not like you're getting shit done. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting pleasure off of it.
They probably imagine some weird ass shit now.
Nah, I don't know. I've never done fentanyl, but
I'm thinking
yeah.
that they probably just imagine like they hallucinate into some different world.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And then we'll just see like posts of like people we went to high school with, like, oh, he's dead. Oh, he died from fentanyl. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't hear the word fentanyl till like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I had never heard the word fentanyl.
At least for us, it's recent. I don't know. Maybe the older generations had it, which I doubt it.
Because now people, when they die, it's like it's not like they're overdosing. They're just doing what they normally do, the normal amount that they do, but it just has fentanyl in it, and they die from fentanyl. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even like overdoses anymore.
It just
that's
that
the
chemical,
fucking crazy part.
Damn, sucks.
That's why, like, I feel like, damn, they're gonna start putting that shit on weed or something. That's why I don't really smoke pens that much anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because who the fuck knows what they're putting? Like okay, weed, right? You can see it, like it's weed. It smells like weed. We know what weed smells like, what it looks like, what it feels like. But like with those pens, like for example, people that used to smoke Juuls, like what the fuck is that you're smoking? Juuls,
like
those
a
old vapes, yeah, that they banned. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And then now they just like have like 10 different ones, and all it is they're just not called Juuls, which is proving that banning that shit doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fucking retarded. I'm not big on banning shit either, to just let people do it, but you don't know what the fuck's in that chemical, you know? Like, to me, a vape is like fucking risky. It's riskier than a cigarette to me.
Yeah.
Like American Spirit, tobacco, and water. Like, that's the 2 ingredients. It's
tobacco, basically, because water is what
with everything, right? Water is for everything, right? Yeah. There's water on beer, water on everything. Yeah, that whole vape shit, that's the reason why I kind of moved away from smoking like wax pens for weed, because it just became like
what about wax itself?
Oh, wax is fine.
Okay.
But it's just the wax pens because it's more of a liquid. And now I'm wondering, like, okay,
like who produces them?
You know, yeah, because you know when it was a red flag for me? When everybody and their mother started selling wax pens. I remember it was kind of like rare to find a plug that sold wax pens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like kind of rare.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like I remember it was like, oh, like they had to. I had a friend who he would distill it himself, in his house. He would get actual wax that you would dab with, and then he would distill it. It's a high press thing, so like. It's a press, and it's like super hot temperature, and that melts it into the liquid, and that's why it's a yellow liquid, because wax is yellow mostly.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Press, hot melted, it melts, it turns into liquid, and it was but I remember it was expensive because it was real, and it was expensive because it would get
How much was it?
I don't want to like throw crema out there because this was like fucking 6 years ago, 5 years ago. But it was definitely like expensive for like a young man in my age.
Oh shit.
But then too, like it was just one of those things where you would hit it once or twice and you were like high as fuck. And nowadays, like people are just hitting their pens like fucking 10, 20 times.
It might be that they're just getting more profit, like where they just put less, like let these fuckers like put more smoke in it, but less wax.
Yeah, it could be like a whiskey thing, right? Where like in Prohibition, they would water it down, right, to produce more. But it could be that. It doesn't mean like they're putting fentanyl in it. I just think like that's what kind of gets me paranoid about pens.
But it could be like a risk too eventually that like we found a new way to like just fucking like give these guys something better.
100%, because our friend that we have in common, like he sells pens, but his pens are expensive. They're like $120. But that's like rosin legit pens. Like it's safe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's expensive.
Yeah,
but
we know the persons.
Huh?
We know the person.
Yeah,
too.
we know the person too. Yeah, he's not like a shady person. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So like when people are like, oh, buy the pen, it's $20. Like $20. Like what the fuck? Like what are you smoking? You know? Like I don't know. So basically, kids, just stick to beer and cigarettes. Beer,
cigarettes, and cigars.
And
if you
cigars.
can.
And sometimes do a little bit of fentanyl. When you've been good the whole week, do a little fentanyl.
You get them killed.
Here at Off Topic, like those old commercials, here at Off Topic, we like to smoke a little bit of fentanyl. Like how everything was legal back then, you know?
I know, it's crazy.
Racism was legal and shit, you know? Slavery.
Fucking everything.
That shit's funny.
No
dude.
hygiene, no.
You know, I remember you told me that people back then were so stupid because they would believe in like UFOs and shit, and that they would get scared easily, and they were scared of communism and UFOs and Bigfoot and shit like that. Yeah, dude. Like that shit is funny, dude.
Old men talking about how tough they are, but yet they're scared of Bigfoot. Like some fool that just went to Party City and just got a costume.
Yeah, like dude, you never leave the city. You're gonna be fine. You know, this guy's not coming after you, buddy. Like, but a lot has changed, dude, since that time. You know, we're gone for fucking 3 weeks, dude, and all of a sudden, fucking,
you know what happens in 3 weeks?
What happens in 3 weeks, buddy?
That now I fucking go to the bodega, get a ham and cheese roll, orange drink, if you know, you know, and a small bag of chips.
Oh wait, I'm glad you brought that up. So for those of you who don't know, I guess there's a Jennifer Lopez documentary. Who the fuck would watch it? I don't know. Puerto Ricans. Yeah, I watched it, dude.
My idol, dude.
And what do you think makes someone like that where they want to try so hard to be relatable? Or to have like a rags to riches story, and I'm sure she did grow up in the Bronx. I believe that,
obviously.
But it's the way that she says it, where like, bitch, you're not the only one that walked to a store. Like we used to walk to liquor stores all the time and get snacks. You know what I'm saying? What makes someone do that? What do you think?
I think a person like that is somebody who doesn't have a connection to her roots, who's like really trying to connect, like. She's been in the industry, like in Hollywood, so long that she wants to be connected to you know, maybe the Bronx, you know, something more home. But you're just already too stuck in the other side where, like, there's no going back, you know, like.
Yeah, and accidentally.
And I'm not saying that it could have been like it's her fault, you know, like, I mean, if you really wanted to. Also, you could have been there every year, you know?
Yeah, doing something with the community.
But then so many stories on TikTok come out and say that, she was a bitch when she would come to you. So, like...
Yeah, there was a story. South Park did an episode about her, like, 20 years ago. 100%. And that she was a bitch in the show, too. Obviously, it wasn't her, right? Voicing herself. But, yeah, like, there was, like, a thread on Twitter a long time ago, and it was, like, rudest celebrities you've ever met. And, like, the most popular one that got retweeted the most, it was Jennifer Lopez. And they were like, oh, Ben Affleck. It was, like, a bellboy from, like, a hotel. And he was like, oh, Ben Affleck gave me $100 bill. And J-Lo took it back from me and gave me $5.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, dude, that is so fucking shitty. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you make so much money. Like, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Like, you make so much money. What the fuck is $100 to you? Like, that's insane. And it's to also make your husband look like shit by taking it. Also, Ben Affleck, you're a bitch for not giving it to the guy.
I don't think he saw it, though. I think she went back.
I don't know about that. I don't want to make shit up, but I guess. But that's even fucking worse if she went out of her way to fucking follow the guy and take it back.
That makes her look worse, yeah.
100%. And that's what I mean, where, like, okay, so you can't be both. You can't be Miss Hollywood star and also be like a bitch and also be like, oh, but I'm all about the people. But that documentary, I didn't watch it. I've seen the clips you've all seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I saw, and that's what I'm like, dude, like, you're so, like, you don't know. You want to be normal so bad, but your ego is so big that you don't even know what normal is anymore. Yeah. And you probably never knew, because she probably always thought she was too good for wherever she fucking was.
Since the Selena movie, 1995.
Oh, she played her, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that is fucking funny.
And she was young, too, so...
Yeah,
I think it's just that you just lose, so you lost connection and you're trying to go back, but how you said you don't even know what's ego or what's
Yeah, I feel like that's like Jay-Z also. I feel like Jay-Z is just so like not a person anymore.
I feel like he hates fucking.
I feel like Jay-Z hates poor people. Yeah, like when you see like him and we'll talk about the Diddy thing right now. Well, like when you see him and Diddy, like those billionaire only parties, he's like, you have to wear all white. It's dress code.
Yeah.
And
by the way, fuck all white dress code parties.
Fuck dress codes in general.
Yeah, there should be dress codes in some places.
Yeah, I guess I get what you mean, right? Where like you don't want flip-flops.
Pero también no seas un pinche payaso. You don't like. I'm not gonna fucking dress white to fucking go to Britney's party.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck. Also, too though, I will say this: I get what you mean by you do want dress codes, But if you follow a dress code for a club, you're a fucking bitch.
Not for a club.
Because I would never do that for a club. I like wearing hats. I'll wear shorts if it's hot.
Yeah.
I'm not really a short, but in general,
No,
like,
it's understandable. Like
Yeah.
if a restaurant, like they say, oh, you gotta be suited up, but like it's hot and somebody comes in with shorts, like I'm not gonna get offended. Like,
nah, but
it's not gonna work in all weathers either, you know.
for clubs, to me, it's like lame because it's like you're so desperate to party that you'll bend the way you dress for like.
Yeah. Not
like,
for clubs though. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
That's stupid. I mean, I don't even go to clubs. I think it's a waste of time.
Yeah, I feel like so going back to that, I think Jay-Z is not even a person anymore. I think speaking of out of touch, obviously J-Lo, she's out of touch. Jay-Z, I think
Michael Jordan
is just fucking weird.
He's
like,
another rude person.
Yeah, everyone always says that, like, he will like not tip.
Damn.
Like, that's fucking insane. Like, that's like I don't want to be this karma guy, but like that's like bad karma. Like you're a bad person. Like, what the fuck? I'm not saying be Shaq and pay for the person's house or anything, but like you're a fucking dick, dude. Like give him $100. Like what the fuck does it matter to you?
Yeah.
Like you're Michael Jordan and you're calculating what a 10% tip is. Like you're a fucking dick. Like that's why. And this is what I mean. This is the most important lesson from all the Diddy shit. Where obviously, I know the news are out, right? Diddy is on the run for fucking human trafficking, sex trafficking, and amongst other charges. Now they're mentioning other people's names in the lawsuit. It's fucking big. The number one lesson that I would want people to learn is stop worshiping people. Stop worshiping rappers. Stop worshiping musicians. Stop worshiping actors. These people are not your fucking friend. Most of them are fucking weird. Most of them are out of touch. Most of them wouldn't even fucking look at you when they walk by. So that, I hope, is the number one fucking lesson people take from this. What do you think about that?
May not just go too deep into it, but I would choose wisely who you support.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, not everybody's fucking weird, you know?
Yeah, like...
Yeah, but choose them wisely.
Yeah, like I have a friend... Oh, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I had a friend who, he's a good friend, and you know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a little out there, though, with the conspiracies. And that's okay, because I'm a little out there with the conspiracies, too. But then he's just telling me shit like, oh, Conan O'Brien is a pedophile, devil worshiper. Like, no, he's not, dude. Like,
He's Catholic.
Not even that. Fuck all that. Like, you can tell he's not a weird fucking person. You've never once heard a fucking story about Conan. No one's ever said anything bad about him. Like, no one's ever said, like, oh, I felt uncomfortable when I was with... Like, Conan is fucking cool. Like, and that's what I mean, like what you said. Like, not everyone is fucking like that either, you know? And that's also important. Where, like... I'm also getting tired of that little gimmick, too, where, like, conservatives think that everyone's a pedophile elite, you know?
But they have pedophiles themselves.
Yeah. What about Trump with Epstein?
He was there.
He was there. Oh, well, what? He said he only went there to play golf? Maybe he did. But my point is, don't ignore it.
Yeah.
And this is what my takeaway is yeah, like, be careful who you fucking are a fan of. Or if you're a fan of Jay-Z, be a fan of Jay-Z because he's a fucking rapper. But don't worship him as a fucking person.
Don't expect an autograph either.
Yeah. It was the winter. His voice. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I don't know. Is that a good Jay-Z? Yeah, a little bit. Huh? Can I get an encore?
What's that?
Yeah. You never heard that song?
No, I've heard it,
Encore?
but what's encore?
Encore is like, play it again. Like,
Oh, okay.
Encore. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. But I don't know, dude. We'll never be part of the Illuminati. I'll tell you that.
It's better off for millions.
But they're gonna Diddy's gonna want to party,
shit.
and you gotta tell him no. You'd party for Diddy for an Oscar,
Fuck
for sure.
nah.
I know you wouldn't.
Nah, not that.
Imagine like being the worst negotiator, and you sell your soul, and it's only for like $1,000.
Fuck, that sucks.
It's a good deal, fool. Like,
So
like
what?
so
fool?
what?
Like,
They ran a train on me, fool. Like
Chales, fool? Like,
me compraron mi carrito, fool. Like, hey. Así era. Like, así quedas bien a gusto, fool. Like, una chévere. we're not hiding out next to you, fool. Like, do you remember how upset he was about? Okay, so there's a school in Jurupa Valley, right?
Yeah.
That they banned pro clubs.
Pro clubs.
In all seriousness, all biases aside from cholos, what do you think about that?
The ban?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was an issue with colors and shit.
Right? This is the thing, right?
Because I don't know, you remember, but I remember when they would buy pro clubs, but they would like wear certain colors, like or not in colors,
The
but
dark blue ones,
or just dark black, or just black and white. Like, yeah, because you want to look cholo, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the main uniform.
This is the thing, right? If you're gonna be a fucking cholo, or dress like a cholo, or talk like a cholo, or hang out with cholos, don't give me that pobrecito talk later when they treat you like a fucking cholo. Don't give me that, it's not cool, fool. Like, I go to the store and I get followed. Like, that's bullshit, fool. Like, I'm a contractor. Like, maybe you are, but you also made choices where you want people to be afraid of you. You want people to look the other way when you're walking by. So you only want the, quote, good things. But when someone hits you with, like, a bias, you're fucking crying about it. Fuck you. You can't have it all. You can't be Mr. Intimidating. Everyone's scared of me. But then I have feelings too, fool. Like, nah, you don't have feelings. You put that over your feelings because you wanted to be fucking badass. You wanted to be, well, that's how I grew up, fool. Like, I grew up around that, fool. Like, okay, then stay there. Quédate en tu pinche hoyo. And tell me how that fucking works out for you. And this isn't this. I'm not even talking about walls in general. I'm talking about, like, how's that working out for you? Like, tell me. Like, I don't fucking get it. And I agree with you. That is fucked up. Maybe poor kids do wear pro clubs. I was poor. I never fucking wore pro clubs.
I never wore it.
Because you know what my mom didn't want me to look like? A fucking cholo. Anyway, but let's say poor kids do wear pro clubs.
Yeah.
That does suck.
And hopefully it wasn't them affected, which I doubt it.
Yeah. But I'm willing to fucking bet if we did some research, there was like a big tagging crew or gang problem in that school. 100%.
Yeah.
And that's why they did that, to hit them a little bit with it. Do I think it's effective? No, because then they'll just start doing some other
Probably
shit.
it is.
They'll probably just start like wearing socks or something stupid like that because they're fucking dumb.
They'll always find a way.
They'll find a way, right?
It's a dress code. Yeah.
It's like, I remember when my brothers were in high school, they would still allow plain white t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then they banned those. And then that's when I started seeing pro. So like, they'll always move on to something else.
Did you ever get during high school, did you ever like experience something like that where they took something away from you?
Dress code shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Slipknot shirt. But go ahead. What about you?
No, not me. Wait. Nah, not me ever. But I have one friend, you probably know him.
Mm-hmm.
His name's Jose.
Uh-huh.
He was a Morelia fan too. Some other one.
Yeah.
He was in high school. We were freshmen.
Okay, go ahead.
And the Morelia jersey had a beer sponsor in the back hat. So
Wow.
And then it was that little short principal, the vice principal, Mr. Lopez. Fuck him.
What school was this?
Sierra Vista.
I don't remember that.
Some little guy.
I don't remember, but I believe you.
Oh, yeah. And then this guy just comes up. What does your shirt say? And I was like, okay, ¿qué tiene?
Yeah.
And then we have to go to the office. You can't have beer sponsors here. And then this was all asking me in front of him. Pero ¿por qué me la van a quitar, güey? And like, bro, you understand English too. Like, ask him.
Nah, but fuck that guy though.
Yeah, fuck him.
It's a spot. It was probably small.
It was just a bag. That's it. It was small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have a Guinness shirt that I would wear all the time, and they never told me to.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was just straight up say Guinness.
That's funny.
And that's why and then I went through like a little phase where I supposedly like Guinness, and then I never drank a Guinness ever again. Yeah.
You don't like Guinness?
I like Guinness. It's just I don't buy it often.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like with beers, is like I'm sometimes conflicted on like what my favorite beer is, because sometimes I don't even buy what I think my favorite beer is.
Like you don't buy Blue Moons, huh? A lot.
I buy Blue Moons. I was just drinking some last night, but
it's not something you buy often.
That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, what is your favorite? Is it the one you enjoy the most or the one you buy most often?
I think it's the one you buy the most.
Yeah.
Because it's easy for you to drink and you enjoy the flavor, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The
I
other
think
one's
so.
more like a little prize, you know, like when you're kind of tired of the regular one.
Yeah,
I feel.
guess, huh? Yeah, like a different flavor type
Yeah.
of shit. Yeah.
Like even with light beers, you know, they're kind of like the same taste. Like when I get tired of one, I'll just switch to Miller Lite, Coors Light, you know, just switch it up a little.
Yeah. Yeah, or like a Carta Blanca, or like You'll Bring Me Victoria sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
that's just
just
pretty
something
fire,
different,
you
you
know? Yeah, definitely. Fucking in glass. Real glass. CM Punk was on the Ariel Helwani MMA hour. Did you hear about
Good
that? Sir?
episode. I actually listened to not to a podcast, but a couple clips of it.
So he talked about, obviously, Ariel being a good journalist he is, which he is. I'll give him that. I don't always agree with him. I sometimes think Ariel is a bit of a shit stirrer, especially between fighters. But so far with the WWE interviews, he does treat them with respect. But he was really good in this interview, so I'll give him props to that. CM Punk talked about his final days in AEW and why he left All Elite Wrestling, owned by Mr. Tony Khan, our future boss. Basically, he addressed multiple issues like the attendance being low and no urgency about that. Like, he never saw that they were worried about selling more tickets. He felt like it was just like them trying to have fun and
Like-
having great matches.
Like a hobby for Tony.
Yeah, like a hobby. And then the wrestlers don't care because they're getting guaranteed money, most of them at least. And they're on TV, and if they get fired, they can go to WWE, a lot of them, because, well, I was just a star at another company, so you're going to pay me now. So basically, he talked about that. He talked about his confrontation in Wembley Stadium, his last match that he had with Samoa Joe for the Real World title, which Punk won. He got into a confrontation with Luke Perry, who's an actor. He has a son that wrestles. His name's Jack Perry. Where eventually they needed Punk to talk to him about a stupid spot he wanted to do involving real glass. And this is Punk talking about that confrontation with Mr. Ariel Helwani right here.
Went to Tony, and I was just like,
Which Tony, by the way?
Khan.
Okay.
And I was like, please handle that. Like, please. And he was like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, I'm not telling you what to do. Just be the boss, please. Like, I'm tired of this shit. You know? Like, I told you this was a mistake. I told you separate shows wasn't going to work, and now we're all here, and, you know, like, please handle it. Because if you don't, you're not going to like the way I handle it.
Did he handle it?
No. No.
So you did.
Yes.
What happened?
Jack came back from his match. I was the next match. I'm sitting there. I got people with me. I'm not going to say who they are, you know, because I got a lot of friends who work there, and I wish them all well, and I don't want them to be punished because they're friends with me, you know. And I walk up to him, and I'm just like, Jack, why do you insist on doing this dumb internet shit, like, on TV, you know? And he's just like, well, if you got a problem about it, do something about it. And I was just like, man, come on, man. You know, I would fucking kill you. Like, what are we doing? You know? And it just, you know, it's like Chael says, sometimes you just can't let you get close. You know, I thought I was doing a responsible thing. You know, I didn't punch anybody. I just choked somebody a little bit. I went to Tony.
So that was a confrontation, right? Jack Perry challenged him, got in his face, and CM Punk choked him out. Samoa Joe broke it up. And after that, he tells Tony basically he's fucking done, right? This is a
Tony, and I said, this place is a fucking joke, man. You're a clown. I quit. Separate everybody. And I said, that'll never work. Just let me go. Just get me out of here. Just pay me my money. I've already been off TV. I heard this time. Just get me out of here. You know, no, I can't let you go. Why? You're more happy with some goof saying that you had a 5-star match and the building's a quarter full. We're not in the same business.
Right.
That is scary.
Yeah. Basically showed his concern, that same concern I've had for years, where it's like, okay, like, you have great matches.
Has this been
nobody
going
gives a
on
fuck.
for years? Or how was the beginning of AEW?
So It was good. I stopped watching because then the pandemic happened, and then I don't like watching wrestling with no crowd. I thought that was fucking
Just
weird.
like MMA.
MMA actually works
Nah,
a little
M-
better.
MMA sucks.
It works a little better without a crowd than wrestling does. Without wrestling, 100%.
I guess, but it's still
Because all of wrestling is a theater.
a lot of people. Yeah, you're right. A lot of people did stop watching MMA. Also, I mean, I include myself in there too as well.
No, yeah, but that was more because they just kind of ran out of stars, and they still don't have stars. It wasn't because it was like bad. So hold on.
No,
Let me tell,
it was just weird though.
yeah. All right. Well, let me tell you. It was good. AEW was good. They were doing all this badass shit, right? And because it was like an alternative, and during that time, it was when Vince McMahon came back and he was in charge again, and then he took over NXT, and it was like that.
I
It was
remember.
like the last run Vince McMahon had, like the last kind of period of time where he was really in charge, and it fucking sucked. Like it was bad. Like the Miz was champion again, and fucking like John Morrison came back and fought for the belt.
John Morrison.
Yeah, like it was just fucking weird. It was a really bad time in WWE to be a fan of WWE. And then at that time, people were watching AEW because they were like, oh, this shit fucking sucks right now. Like, let's watch this shit. This is different. This is cool. I like this. They have JR. They have fucking Jericho, Kenny Omega, John Moxley gets signed, Bryan Danielson. Like, sick, you know? Meanwhile, they're doing segments where, oh, these are Bobby Lashley's sisters, and it's just 5 black guys in wigs. Like
Really?
weird Vince shit that I feel like Vince was jacking off to later about.
Ugh.
Weird humiliation bits. Weird segments where like they beat up Roman Reigns and put dog food all over him. Like, why are you doing that to your top baby face? Like, it was just a really weird time. And that's when AEW was cracking. Because
really?
people were like, this is fucking sick.
How big were the views? You know, not putting you on the.
Well,
vibe,
they were in the millions.
Oh shit.
The low millions, yeah. Or like 800, 900, but consistent 800, 900. But fuck the ratings. The attendances were good,
Oh really?
right? The attendances were good. The merch was good. All that stuff was good. Good, at least for a company that size, that new. And then they signed CM Punk, and it fucking skyrockets. Like there were days where Collision, not even their main show, was beating NXT and SmackDown in the ratings.
Oh shit.
It was like fucking crazy because it was CM Punk, Absolute, Ricky Stars, Big Bill, Samoa Joe, like all the fucking. So when that fight first happened, the one with the Young Bucks and CM Punk, that's when Tony Khan made Collision, the second show. And Punk didn't want that. He was like, this is not going to work. 2 separate shows. This is fucking stupid. Like, just fucking let me go, right? He didn't want that. Because it is dumb. In the sense that, say what you want about Vince McMahon, but Vince McMahon would have forced those motherfuckers to get along.
Yeah.
Or he would have fired everyone. I'll give him that. Everyone knows Vince McMahon was in charge. But instead, he fucking makes a second show. And that's when Collision, even Jim Cornette, who's like an AEW hater, people say, was saying like, oh, Collision's my favorite wrestling show in the week. Because it was a CM Punk show. It was like his boys, his wrestlers. And it was fucking sick. And they were cooking every week.
Have they been affected? CM Punk's friends so far, with him leaving.
You know what? There's this thing where after the interview on Wednesday on Dynamite,
Yeah.
people were wondering if Tony made certain wrestlers cut promos about Punk. And I think that's weird. Like Edge made a promo and he like took shots. He took indirects at him, and Dax Harwood, who's one of Punk's best friends, he's one of the best. He's in a tag team called FTR. They're such a dope tag team. They were in NXT back in the day, and they're in AEW now. Literally, Jim Cornette calls them their favorite tag team. Right now.
Shit.
Like, he fucking loves FTR. They're so good, and they're like best friends with CM Punk. And then last night or on Dynamite, he cuts a promo, and it's like kind of weird because it kind of sounds like he's talking shit about Punk. And so now I'm wondering, like, did this fool like?
What did he say?
fart?
Do you know?
Kind of just a bunch of shit, like kind of like what Edge said, a whole lot of nothing. We're like, oh, don't ever let anyone talk you down, and don't ever let anyone. But then on Twitter, Dax Harwood was like, nah, he's one of my best friends. Like, I wasn't talking about him. I feel like he was low-key signaling, like, hey, they're making me do this. You know? And they're going to leave for sure.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, hopefully they don't get affected at the end.
They're going to go to WWE back again.
Hopefully.
I guarantee you.
Already all that capacity where they could all like outcome that level or like live up to the standards of WWE.
Some of them will probably start in NXT.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about NXT a lot. That they have NXT.
But now NXT is on television now, so cool. You'll be on television every week.
Yeah. NXT is cool too.
You don't have to travel every day because it's just in the Performance Center in Florida every day.
Does AEW have a Performance Center?
They do not.
Oh shit!
Which they need.
Yeah.
Because some of those guys, unfortunately, like are not ready for TV.
Fuck no, we seen it.
It's fucking crazy.
Did you see that nasty fall in the theater? In it was a wrestling match. I don't know who, but I'll show it to you in a bit.
Yeah,
it was nasty.
But I don't know what's gonna happen with AEW. They asked Tony Khan about it in the Ring of Honor press conference, and he was like, "Oh, I just want to talk about this great card," which is fine. He doesn't have to talk about it, but also don't make your wrestlers, if you are making them do it, don't make your wrestlers come out on TV and make themselves look fucking stupid. Like so.
Yeah, I think the issues are just get to one show only or two, whatever they have. Minimize it.
Yeah, just do one at this point since they all get along now, supposedly,
and bulk up all the stars into one match. You know,
into
one show.
And then they released like 13 wrestlers, which I think, unfortunately, no one wants to lose their job, but you can't have everyone, you know.
But I'm pretty sure were they actually wanting that job? Were they actually wrestling?
Yeah, that's the thing where like there's a tag team called The Boys, and they got released, and then Tony Khan said like. There were multiple times that they were made to show up on TV, and they didn't show up on TV.
Yeah, so
and people are feeling bad, saying, "Oh, that's fucked up. They lost their money. They have families. You're not showing up to work. Like, what do you want this? Just because he's a billionaire and he could take care of you doesn't mean he fucking should."
Yeah,
and that's what I mean. Like, you got fucking guys moving to Bulgaria and not even telling the boss that he's fucking moving to Bulgaria. So he's trying to book him next week. This who's in Eastern Europe. I'm not going to go because I'm not going to win that match. All right, cool. I'll change the match then. Like, no. Fire his ass. Pay off his contract and fire his ass.
Yep.
What are you doing? You think Rhea Ripley's husband, too. Like, I heard he doesn't want to do jobs either.
Really?
Buddy. I think it's Buddy Murphy or Buddy Matthews. I forget his
name.
name.
You think he's doing it to go to WWE?
100% because he knows he has a job over there.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like, you're a fucking dick. Like, have some respect for your fucking business at the end of the day. The business that you love, that you got into. A weird business to get into because it's tough and it's so unique, right?
Yeah.
And you're being a fucking dick. Like, and his homie, too, Malachi Black, they're in the same group, House of Black, and he doesn't want to do jobs either. And everyone's telling, how come Malachi Black hasn't had a match in a year? Because he doesn't want to do fucking jobs. He doesn't want to do jobs. And that's my thing. Like, who the fuck do you think you are not wanting to do jobs? You ain't Roman Reigns. You ain't Shawn Michaels in the 90s.
Unless they're all fucking rich.
I'm not a fan of him, but you're not Hulk Hogan. Why doesn't it work for you, brother? It should work for you. And that's what I mean by these fuckers need to get fired. Let them go to WWE. You weren't a star over there.
Hey, right?
So go ahead. That's what I think, guys. Sorry, we get wrestling questions, so that was a little... Wrestling talk. All right, guys. A couple of segments right now. We got some fan questions. Fan questions.
There was a great one I saw there.
There was a great one. So shout out to the homegirl Vanessa.
Yeah,
she had a great. It's not really a question, more of a topic, but we'll hit it. We'll hit it for sure.
All right.
Top 5 items you would take in a war.
You go first, Lee.
I'll go first because I have them written down.
All right.
I will for sure take cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
I take my glasses because I need to see.
Okay.
I take cyanide pills so I can kill myself because I don't want to be a prisoner. I take my camera to take pictures and shit. Maybe I could sell them later, make TikToks later if I survive the war. And I'll take toilet paper so I can wipe my ass.
Nice. Perfect. Mine would be, I'm going to start off strong with as well. Some cigarettes.
Hell yeah.
Cigarettes. First aid kit. Toilet paper. And then fourth one. Shit. Man. Oh, a blanket.
Blanket.
I never know, you know.
Yeah. I she'll get dirty though.
Nah, you're right. But I also keep it, you know.
Yeah, I guess it's your list, so fuck it,
Yeah.
you know.
And fifth one would be a flashlight.
A flashlight for
Yeah.
sure. Have you ever seen those flashlights that are like fake vaginas
No.
that like porn stars sell? You know what flashlights are? They're called flashlights.
Oh wait. Oh, you said flash.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're like flashlights that have a pussy in them.
Oh nah.
Yeah, you never seen them? Look, I'll show you
I
one.
never seen them.
And like they'll have like porn stars get molds of their pussy. So it like actually looks like their vaginas.
Yeah.
And then like people fucking buy them.
Oh,
Look,
shit.
look, there's fleshlight.com.
Who invented this?
I don't know who invented it, but look. So like
Oh,
different
shit.
porn stars have, you know, obviously like this porn star, like there's some that have like a mouth on them, you know?
That looks like a fucking
Yeah.
it looks like a Teletubby, the purple one.
Yeah. Yeah, look like this girl. Hers is $79.95. And there's ratings for it, dude.
Really?
4.5 stars out of 5. Let's look at the reviews.
What is it?
This sleeve and its different texture is very nice. In fact, it was surprisingly stimulating, says Mark B. What kind of... Okay. You're the kind of guy that, like, buys fleshlights. Okay, whatever, right? You're weird. You're kind of a nerd. You're lonely. But you're the guy that writes reviews for fleshlights? Like, what the fuck, dude? Look at this.
That lives in Utah.
Look at this fleshlight review. Feels great. 5 stars. Great stimulation. Definitely one of my favorite sleeves. He has multiple ones, dude.
Wait, what do you do with a flashlight? Like, honest
You
question.
fuck it. You get your dick hard and you fuck it and you jerk yourself off. I don't have one, by the way. I
No,
don't have
no,
a flashlight.
but-
Yeah. But yeah, that's what it's for. What did you think it was?
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought it was like a flashlight, a pussy flashlight.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's fucking crazy.
Fantastic fleshlight, says Robert B. 5 stars. Feels amazing and realistic. Good stimulation and not too tight. Fits perfect in my collection.
In my collection.
Yeah, dude. This fucking guy, Robert B, bro. I want to know who the fuck that guy is. Thrilling. 5 stars. Her texture, celestial, is very nice. It's tight, and her fleshlight is very soft and stimulating and has great suction. Definitely one of my favorites out of all the ones I own. Definitely getting 5 stars in my book, says Jacob S.
I feel like they're all 5 stars.
Yeah, this guy's just mad about some coupon he didn't get.
Oh.
1 star. No free sleeve. Advertised I would get a free sleeve for purchase over $129, but nothing included. 1 star. Would not recommend. Barely feels. Would not recommend. Barely feels good. Not stimulating. Justin D. Some guy says such grip. 5 stars.
Was that Vince?
Mitchell P. Yeah, dude, that's fucking insane, bro. But yeah, man.
Guess
How do you
that's
feel
something
about it?
new.
It's something new, man.
I mean-
And who are we to judge?
Let
dude?
them be, you know?
Let them be, dude.
Let the nerds be.
Anyway, dude, it's good to be back, brother.
It is.
It's good to be back. It's good to be
Okay.
back with you.
Likewise, sir.
What say we finish these beers and have an American spirit?
I am down.
Hell yeah, dude. Remind the beautiful people where they can follow us, find us, and worship us, sir.
You could do all that at the Off Topic Podcast 34. You could email us.
Oh, also, I'm sorry to cut you off.
What's up?
When I make a poll or a Q&A and I ask suggestions,
Yeah.
topics, you're not funny when you say shit like, oh, you guys are hot. Oh, when is the OnlyFans coming out? LOL. You're not funny. You're not helping. I don't want you as a listener, to be honest with you, if you're that fucking stupid. Just letting you know it's not funny. It's not how... It doesn't get me mad. It's just like, you're not the first one that says that. It's not funny. We get it. Haha.
I've seen it.
Shut the fuck up. Go ahead. Tell them where to follow us.
So you got the Instagram and the email at Off Topic Podcast. 34@gmail.com.
Yes, sir. Hit us there, and we have a link tree with the rest of our links. And to answer your question about the camera, Brian, we will be doing those ASAP, sooner than you think.
Yeah, we didn't forget about you.
We didn't forget about you, dude. So shout out to you. He's one of my favorite soldiers right now. So shout out to Brian. Shout out to Vanessa. She had a great question.
And to the rest of the thousands of soldiers out there.
Shout out to the Off Topic
that were
Army.
waiting.
They're waiting, and we're back now.
Hell yeah.
I'm Koba the Gorilla.
And I'm H.
And we are out.
Out.